Ukrainian Independence Day, celebrating when the country reestablished its independence as the Soviet Union fell.
Fox 4's Kevin Barry's live at the World War I Museum and Memorial tonight, where Ukrainian groups and artists celebrated a unique social media trend that popped up during the war in Ukraine.
Yeah, Lauren and John, symbolism takes on a really important meaning during wartime. That's how a piece of art created a decade ago eventually became known what we call today St. Javelin. Artist Chris Shaw started a long journey tied to a viral meme, initially frustrated that his work was being used by other people.
She was on t-shirts and stickers and everything, and of course nobody asked me.
He had created what was called the Madonna Kalashnikov, inspired by the Arab Spring in 2012. By 2018, though, freelance journalist Christian Boris stumbled across this slightly altered version in Ukraine, with the rifle traded out for an anti-tank weapon called a Javelin.
The time that it emerged, Ukraine was asking for javelins because they knew if Russia ever invaded full scale like they did, they would need javelins to essentially push back the Russian tanks that were invading.
When Russia was about to invade in 2022, Christian dug it up again.
So I took that symbol and I basically put it on my Instagram, and I said, hey, if I made stickers of this, would anybody want to buy it? And we'll donate the money to a charity called Help Us Help.
It took off more than either man could have imagined. A year and a half later, they worked together on the project now, and St. Javelin merchandise has raised more than $2 million in donations and has become a way to show other people how you feel about the war. Trish Cecil is at the World War I Museum and says this is hardly a new concept.
And I was like, wow, like here it is, this modern conflict, and they're doing it all over again, right? Like it's the same story, it's the same sort of imagery, and it's the same impetus behind it.
Giving an artist a chance for his work to have international impact.
It's a symbol of freedom and protection, and it's actually really a great honor to have my art incorporated into that symbols.
And giving native Ukrainians like Vladimir Polishuk inspiration while he fundraises for the war effort in his homeland.
And every time when I kind of lose the hope, I kind of look at this icon, and all of a sudden, just like this is what we got to do, right? So this is, this is what the right looks like, versus wrong.
So Christian tells me they've launched another line of merchandise that you can buy on their website, and that line is produced in Ukraine. So not only helping with the fundraising and helping with all that signaling that we talked about before, but also providing concrete jobs, keeping some of those businesses open during the war effort, Lauren.